Welcome to our YouTube video about Norse mythology. In this video, we'll be diving into the rich and fascinating world of Norse mythology, exploring the legends, gods, and creatures that populate this ancient and mysterious realm. So let's start. The beginning. In the beginning, there was only Ginnungagap, a void of darkness and chaos that stretched out without end. But from this primordial chaos emerged two worlds: Muspelheim, a land of fire and light, and Niflheim, a land of ice and darkness. From the melting ice of Niflheim, a giant named Ymir emerged. He was the first of his kind, and from his sweat, more giants were born. Meanwhile, in the fiery realm of Muspelheim, the flames produced a being known as Surtur, the Lord of Fire. As time passed, the two worlds collided, and from the chaos that ensued, the cosmos were created. From the remains of the giant Ymir, the gods Odin, Vili, and Ve created the world of Midgard, where humans would eventually reside. The seas, the mountains, and the skies were all formed from different parts of Ymir's body. The gods also created a beautiful rainbow bridge, Bifrost, which linked Midgard with the other worlds. They then appointed the dwarves to craft various items and artifacts, such as Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, and Odin's spear, Gungnir. Next, the gods built their own realm, Asgard, high above Midgard. Odin, the All-Father, ruled over the other gods and goddesses from his throne in Valhalla. Meanwhile, his son Thor, the god of thunder, protected Midgard from the forces of evil. As the gods and humans began to populate the world, they soon realized that they were not alone. A host of creatures and monsters also lived in the other realms, including giants, dwarves, elves, and dragons. Many battles and adventures followed as the gods sought to maintain order and protect the world they had created. Odin was particularly fascinated by the giants, and he often sought their wisdom and knowledge. He had many dealings with them, both good and bad, and it was through his dealings with them that he learned the secrets of the runes, the ancient symbols of magic and power. Meanwhile, Loki, the son of a giant, became a close companion to the gods, although he was never fully trusted by them. He was known for his cunning and trickery, and he often caused chaos and mischief among the gods and humans. As the world of Midgard continued to evolve, the gods created the first humans, Ask and Embla, from the wood of an ash tree and an elm tree. These two humans were given the power of thought, will, and speech, and were placed in the center of Midgard, where they would serve as the stewards of the world. Throughout the ages, the gods and humans continued to face challenges and battles. They fought against powerful giants, treacherous dwarves, and other creatures of darkness. But through it all, they remained steadfast and courageous, protecting the world they had created and ensuring that it would continue to thrive and grow. And so, the world of Norse mythology was born, a realm full of adventure, magic, and wonder, where gods and mortals alike lived side by side, and where anything was possible. Who has Odin's eye? Odin, the All-Father and King of the gods, was known for his love of wisdom and knowledge. One day, he decided to seek out the greatest treasure in all the 9 worlds, the Well of Wisdom, known as Mimir's Well. Mimir's Well was guarded by the wise and ancient giant Mimir, who was known to be the keeper of all knowledge and secrets. Odin knew that to drink from the well, he would have to make a great sacrifice, and so he set out on his quest. As he journeyed through the vast and treacherous landscape of Jotunheim, Odin faced many obstacles and challenges. He battled fierce monsters, overcame treacherous obstacles, and outwitted cunning tricksters. At last, Odin reached the edge of the Well of Wisdom, where he encountered Mimir. The giant demanded a great sacrifice from Odin in exchange for the knowledge and wisdom that lay within the well. Without hesitation, Odin offered his own eye as a sacrifice to Mimir. The giant accepted the sacrifice and allowed Odin to drink from the well. As Odin drank from the well, he felt a surge of knowledge and wisdom coursing through him. With his newfound wisdom, Odin became the wisest of all the gods and goddesses. He used his knowledge to guide and protect his people, and he became known as the god of wisdom and knowledge. From that day on, Mimir's Well became a sacred place of knowledge and wisdom, and Odin's sacrifice became a symbol of the power of knowledge and the importance of making great sacrifices in pursuit of wisdom. Thor and 3 tasks. Thor, the god of thunder, was known throughout the 9 worlds for his incredible strength and bravery. One day, he decided to embark on a journey to Jotunheim, the land of the giants, to prove his might and courage. As Thor journeyed through the mountains and forests of Jotunheim, at last, Thor came to a great hall deep in the heart of the mountain. It was the hall of the giant king, Utgard Loki. As Thor entered the hall, he was challenged to a series of tests to prove his strength and courage. First, Thor was challenged to lift a giant cat. But no matter how hard he tried, he could not lift the cat off the ground. Next, he was challenged to drink from a horn that was connected to the ocean. Despite his efforts, he could not drain the horn. Finally, Thor was challenged to wrestle an old woman. He accepted the challenge, but the old woman proved to be surprisingly strong and nimble. Despite his best efforts, Thor was unable to defeat her. Feeling humiliated and defeated, Thor and his companions left the hall of Utgard Loki and returned to Asgard. But as he reflected on his journey, Thor realized that the tests had not been what they seemed. The cat he could not lift was actually the Midgard serpent, and the horn he could not empty was the ocean itself. The old woman he wrestled was none other than old age itself. Realizing that he had been defeated by forces beyond his control, Thor felt humbled and grateful for the knowledge he had gained. From that day on, Thor became known as not only the god of strength and courage, but also the god of humility and respect for the forces of nature and the world around him. And that's a wrap on our journey through beginning of Norse mythology. We hope you enjoyed learning about the gods, heroes, and creatures that populate this ancient and fascinating world. From the epic tales of Odin and Thor, to the trickster mischief of Loki, Norse mythology is full of adventure, magic, and wonder. So be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos exploring the history of myths and legends of ancient cultures. Thanks for watching.